You know, everybody will tell you what they believe. Sometimes we don't listen. Sometimes we just ignore it because we like the person. A lot of people like Brad Pitt. Well, for certain reasons. And I will tell you, I will be upfront and I'll be frank and I'll be 100%. Can I be 100%? 100%. 100%. Inglourious Bastards and Fury and Troy. Love those movies. I'll tell you now. Even World War Z. I was all about those movies. I'll be honest with you. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. However, I don't let the fact that I like the movie get in front of the fact that the person himself is dealing with a certain type of entity that I want no affiliation with. And sometimes you may not hear the person say it. You might think it, Illuminati, all that stuff, but you're gonna hear. Y'all may have heard this before. Uh, it was a little bit of a shocker for me. I can admit that. Uh, but it wasn't like so much of a shocker that I was like, I would never believe that. What am I talking about? This.
That was Satanism. It's working good.
He said, I'm with Satanism. It's working for me. I'm with Satanism. It works for me.
I made a pact. The movie came out so well. No, but really dealing with, you're told certain things as you grow up, and I'm a big believer in you have to try things on for yourself and really figure out who you are, what works for you, and what doesn't.
You got to try things on to see what works for you and what doesn't. Now, we understand what Hollywood is. We did a whole episode about Hollywood and how all these artists come forward at some point in their life to stay a statement, and it always seems to link to one individual, and that's the dude with the horns on his head and dresses in red. At least that's what the social experiment size of him looks like, okay? They always seem to well, okay, hear me out. Why is it that Hollywood and success always seem tied to that guy? If hear me out, if it is stated by people who don't like you or like you, they say you're a Satan worshiper, and you know for a fact you don't have no affiliation with the man. In fact, you hate him. You don't even want your name linked to him. Why in the world would you say, I made a pact with him, and I'm all about Satanism? Why, if you really hate him? Unless, of course, you don't hate him, and you did indeed make a pact with him, and you do love him. See, Brad isn't the only one that's done that. There have been multiple ones. Doja Cat did it too. In fact, hers came forward as much as in music videos where she dressed like a demon. Lil Nas X did it. He went down to hell to lap dance on the devil. All of these people come forward and tell you exactly what they do, who they follow, and what they're about. Some do it like he did in humor. Doja Cat did it twice. She did it in music, and she also did it in humor by clipping together certain things of her interviews and putting it out there for people to see. Now, this might be par for the course. Yeah, we've talked about it before. But every day it seems like a new one that people have not seen come out blatantly is coming out to say it. Like, okay, when Brad did Meet Joe Black, I have zero doubt that he was at that point affiliated with something on that side because the movie was way too close in his personality type, and everything about the occult was all over that movie. Since that point, it seems as though that his life went completely downhill. Kids are all transgender and all that nonsense too. You get what I mean? Like it started to form, started to follow and function, and it was just weird to see him just go. But did he go or he gave up long before he got in, and he just kind of kept us at bay to see the transition from what he was to what he is now, and we just didn't want to see it because he was charismatic, because he was a great actor, because at least he was a charming personality, all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, people, when they tell you who they are, the question I have for you is, will you still entertain them? Will you still give them? Now, hear me out. You might be one of those people that says, I'm strong and I will never entertain the things that are on him. Good. Good for you. I'm glad. But there is something that says, don't even entertain the appearance of it. I'm a firm believer in this. Hear me out. Uh, y'all remember when you're small, some of us were afraid of dogs. Okay, cool, cool. And I know there are some people that are not afraid of dogs. I don't trust any, even mine. Even mine. He's a wuss, But even mine, I will not trust a dog 100%. I'm sorry. No. Mm-mm. Still a dog. I will see people that will be like, oh, you just don't understand. It's like, hey, for my safety, I'm not going to mess with the dog a certain way. I will watch the dog. I will say, oh, look at that dog. And I will walk and I'll see the fence and I'll say, oh, look at that fence. And I say, oh, there's a crack in that fence. You know what I do? I avoid the very appearance of evil. I'm not going near that fence. I don't care. Okay, it could be 100. I will walk on the other side of the street, maybe even one block over, and then go where I'm going to go. I just feel much safer knowing that I can't trust that dog 100% to go somewhere else. But if you feel that you can watch this and watch him and entertain him, knowing who he's following, and you have no ill effects about it, more power to you. Just my suggestion is this, though. Just a suggestion. I'm not trying to command anybody. I'm not trying to force nobody to do nothing. Um, I would advise that you really analyze the why you still want to stay around him. Like okay, let hear me out. He is a Satanist. He's made a pact, and he's analyzed it, so he's made it full fledged. That tells me he's not as concerned about you as you are about anything else. He is less concerned about what damage gets done to you than you are. So, I mean, what you're gonna put yourself in front? Okay, I'm just saying. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. That's like walking down a dark alley, knowing you don't have a flashlight, and you've been told a couple of times that down that alley is not only dogs but mean people. And you say to yourself, I can control my behavior and I defend myself. I'm in self defense too. And there are certain situations I tell my clients don't engage, like knives. If it's a knife fight, don't fight nobody with a knife. Run, just run. Nope. You would listen. You'd have a better chance fighting somebody with a pew pew than with a knife. I'm just letting you know. You actually do. You stand a better chance against somebody with a pew pew than with a knife. There's certain things you just don't fight. You don't fight either one if you have the chance, by the way, just so you know. But you'd stand a better chance with one versus the other. But with this situation, avoid. And I understand we've been wanting to be entertained for a long time. Just chalk him off, man. I mean, we've gone through the list now, right? We still have a few that we haven't hit on yet. They're taking their time coming to the surface, but I think they will. Hopefully they won't. We don't want everybody following the devil. But I mean, if they do, they do. We thought we'd bring this to your attention for those of you who may not have heard it. Uh, for you who have heard it, please make sure you warn your friends. That's all we're asking. And we're only bringing this to your attention for one reason only: awareness. So now, did you know the choice is yours to either evade or continue down the path and follow? But if at the end of it you reach the reward and you don't like it, just remember we tried to warn you.